Yes, I'm Joan Bennett. I am on the faculty at Rutgers University, and I've been there since 2006. For me, this study is very personal. I am trained as a fungal geneticist, and for over 30 years studied toxic molds. I was especially interested in mycotoxins. And at that time, I was not on the faculty of Rutgers University. I was on the faculty of Tulane University, which is a very fine institution that shares with NYU and a few other places something that we like to call a geographic endowment. It's in New Orleans. Many people love to go to Tulane because they love to be in New Orleans. I had a good career there, specializing in mycotoxins. And so I was in a somewhat unique position when Hurricane Katrina happened and my own home flooded. I knew a lot about toxic mold. We'd evacuated before the storm, and when the levees failed and the city flooded, the National Guard didn't let people go home. So my husband and I evacuated even further, went to New Jersey, where he's from, and we were able to tell from news events that when we went home, it wasn't going to be pretty. I think I was trying to put on my scientist hat to make what I knew was going to happen a little bit easier. But I decided that before I went home, I would call a microbiologist friend and make some media and travel home to New Orleans and use my house as a living laboratory. So that's what I did. I called a buddy at Rutgers, and he let me make media. And the first time we went back to New Orleans, we flew, and I had a suitcase full of petri dishes, sterile gloves, sampling equipment. And when we went home, I took pictures and I sampled my house for the fungi that were growing on everything. In the process of doing that, I developed a hypothesis that possibly the volatiles that molds emit might be contributing to health problems. And I actually have to say that since that time, and getting offered a job by the university where I'd made the media, that's what I've been studying. Once you start studying one aspect of indoor microbial ecosystems, it leads to a lot of other things. And ever since the Hurricane Katrina experience, I've shifted my career from toxins that people are exposed to in the diet to the much larger question about how microbes in general might be affecting human health. One of the pushes and pulls, whether there is such a thing as a healthy indoor microbiome, and many people want to make sure that there are some plurals put in there, because what we know about the human microbiome is that there are many different kinds of human microbiome populations that are completely compatible with good health. And we know a lot more about the human microbiome, despite the fact that it's a new field, than we know about the indoor microbiome. And indoor microbiome research is in its infancy.